31 days until Election Day. Critical voting deadlines are fast approaching amid Helene, including Monday, your last day to register to vote. Atlanta News First reporter Abby Casores reports from the state capitol in downtown Atlanta. And right now there's concern that damage from Hurricane Helene could impact Georgia voters and force poll workers to quit.
Next Monday, October 7th, is the deadline to register to vote.
It should only take a few minutes. In fact, we're going to step through it right now.
If you have a Georgia driver's license, you can register online through the My Voter page. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says make sure all of your information is correct. 500,000 Georgians move each year.
You have to be registered 30 days before the election.
Raffensperger says that he's reaching out to every county to make sure that they're ready for early voting in 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene left extensive damage to parts of our state.
I know that we had in one county, Jenkins County, blew out the windows in the voting county election office, but the machines were fine. But we do have additional equipment in reserve.
The state's election board adopted new rules last month, including a hand count requirement and more training for every poll worker in all 159 counties, including Nico Pera.
For this, we had a poll worker shortage, and so these hurricane effects and the new hand count rule will just simply add even more burden to election offices that are already struggling.
A public records request reveals that the state's election director is asking the state's Board of Election to delay implementing the new rules. In an email, he says that the Lowndes County election supervisor reported 3 of their 12 poll workers quit, saying they had too much to deal with right now. Board member Jan Johnson responded, the stress of dealing with the devastating hurricane damages and loss are being caused by the adoption of the state election board rules is ridiculous and tone deaf.
Well, my friends down in Valdosta, down in Albany, down in Macon, they're just worried about where they're going to live next.
Political science professor Ben Taylor says damage from the storm itself may motivate voters to head to the polls. But poll workers quitting could have a bigger impact overall.
That's all has the potential to cause down the line effects, which could slow down the vote counting or make the process more cumbersome than it might otherwise be.
There are resources available through FEMA, $750 for reimbursement, and the White House has pledged to pay 100% of public and individual assistance over the next 3 months. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casores.